Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3306. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. This week, Frontier clarified the situation with the ARX currency, the Anti-Xeno initiative release an end-of-year report, and some rather interesting official concept art has been found. First up, I'd like to wish everyone a Happy New Year, and welcome to 3306, or 2020 as us Earthlings know it in the present day. 3306, of course, is the year Elite Dangerous is set in. Now, 3305, or 2019, was a pretty slow year for Elite Dangerous, and hopefully this year is going to be a little bit better. We do have fleet carriers on the way at some point, and towards the end of the year is a paid expansion. In the meanwhile, a number of bug fixes are on the way, but I'll be covering all this in another video very soon. So on to this week's news. So very recently, Frontier found themselves in a position where they had to clarify something on ARX, that's the in-game currency. A post over on the official forums made the claim that ARX are tied to the commander rather than the account, meaning that if you delete your commander, you will lose all ARX attached to it. I'm not quite sure how they came to this conclusion, but it did generate a number of questions and a decent amount of concern. Of course, there was no official word from Frontier on their FAQ about this, at least until a Frontier employee stepped in and clarified the situation, stating that ARX are indeed tied to a player's account, and the official FAQ has now been updated to account for this. And if you do want to have a look at the FAQ, do check out the links in the video description. The Anti-Xeno initiative, otherwise known as AXI, a player group dedicated to fighting off the Thargoid threat, very recently released their end-of-year report on the Thargoid activity throughout the galaxy. Now, there's a number of highlights here that I will cover, but for the rest of the details it's well worth checking out the Reddit post where all this information is posted. The 2 points I do want to cover are that on the 11th of July 3305, so the middle of last year, the Eagle Eye security network, which actually informed players where the Thargoids were likely to attack next, abruptly stopped working. I don't think it's been online ever since then, and it turned out that the reason for this was because the Thargoids had retreated from human space. Naturally, this meant that we're no longer seeing the wonderfully, brilliantly realised damaged space stations that we saw for a good long time. There's still a number of stations offline, however, and the Operation Ida and the Anti-Xeno initiative are dedicating themselves to getting these back online. Meanwhile, the Thargoids can still be found out in the Witchhead Nebula, which was a part of the Enclave Interstellar Initiative last year. So if you really want to fight Thargoids, that is certainly the place to head, and also you can probably find them still in the Pleiades star cluster around the Maya star system and the other systems nearby. For now, it seems that the Thargoids are certainly on a bit of a break, and it seems unlikely, for now at least, that we will be seeing any damaged stations anytime soon. An eagle-eyed Reddit user by the name of Commander Corfelian recently discovered some official concept art from an Elite Dangerous artist. Now, the artwork in question is pretty much the standard affair, is to a very good standard, so great work to the artist there. It can be found over on ArtStation. However, there's one image which was particularly stand out to the Reddit user, and in this case it was a bunch of artwork for ARX store-related bobbleheads. You can see them all here on the screen right now. So whether or not these all make it into the game eventually is something we're going to have to wait and see, but it's something that a number of you at least might be interested in seeing. Also, the ArtStation page itself is well worth checking out just to get a feel for the other concept art that is there. Very nice stuff. And whilst we're on the subject of artwork, Commander ToCoSo is at it again with his absolutely fantastic concept art, fan concept art. In this case, we can see a megaship hovering over an Earth-based city. Now, if you wish to download the full resolution artwork, as well as perhaps leave a comment for the artist, you can do so through the Reddit link found in the video description. The Elite Dangerous fan convention Lavecon will be running again in 2020, and the tickets have now gone on sale. The event will be running on the 3rd to the 5th of July, and you can find tickets through the links in the video description below. Of course, it's very early days at the moment, so there's not a huge amount of information on what to expect from the Lavecon event. However, if all previous years are anything to go by, then we can expect Frontier developments to be there, along with perhaps a number of reveals and a few panels and other information for them to show off. So tickets can be purchased for day access. They can also be purchased with a hotel room, although unfortunately the gold tickets have already sold out. There are a number of other tickets options available though, so do take a look. And I will say that last year the event was fantastic. I had a very good time there, so we'll be looking forward to going again this year. And I certainly hope to see some of you there. That then brings us to an end of this first episode of 3306. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.